Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another segment of Soul Talk. And my name is Emeka. So, I would have loved to continue from where we stopped the last time, which is the challenges of feminism. But I figured that, and today I was supposed to do the hypocrisy of feminism, but I figured when I address the challenges, I also raised up the hypocrisy of feminism. So, I felt today we don't have to do the challenges, the hypocrisy. So for today, I have a new topic, and the topic today is escape from reality. That's the topic for today, escape from reality. So, and if someone would ask, okay, does it mean, escape from reality? It means escape from reality. That's what it actually means. So this topic is interesting to me for so many reasons, and by the as our conversation goes, you will see the importance of this topic. Okay, if you look at the world today, whether you're in Nigeria or abroad or maybe US, Canada, whatever, you have to accept the fact that reality is boring. It's some boring, depressing ass shit. That's what reality is. And what I mean by reality is boring is I'm talking about the drudgery of doing the same thing over and over again. You wake up, you get dressed, you go to work, you do the job maybe 8 hours, 9 hours, you come back, go to bed again, or you come back tired, go to bed, and tomorrow is repeat. You do it over and over and over again. Probably get a day off or two, but you go back to doing it. So what I'm talking about, why I say it's depressing is the repetition, the drudgery, the futility of life, in the sense that after you keep doing this cycle, then one day you're just gonna die, and that's the end of it. And whether you go to heaven, hell, or whatever that is in between, that's what is there. So the whole idea of doing the same thing every day, the whole idea of doing the same thing, not knowing when you are going to die, is wrapped up with anxiety, and it's just depressing. So that's why. So, and because of this depressing nature of reality itself, there is a need in all of us to want to escape it. So the question now is, how do we escape reality? Many of us have different avenues we use to escape reality, and these are here are some. Some of us watch too much TV. Some of us use too many illegal or illicit drugs. Some of us watch. Some of us indulge in sports. We love to bet about sports, and we love to watch sports. Come football, basketball, baseball. Some of us, that's what gets us. Some of us is sex. Like, we wake up, we're looking for who we're gonna climb on. That's what we live for. That's what we play for. Some of us is it could be money. Some of us is money. That's what gets us on point. Go and make more money. Like, if you look at someone like Donald Trump, you know that it's money that influences him. That's what he lives for. And so other people is money. They wake up, they think about, how am I going to make more money? How am I going to import this? How am I going to sell that? So those are the ways we take to avoid reality. And then, so for example, like today, where I was working in Oyinbo market, right? So I paid attention to my surroundings, right? I paid attention to the surroundings around me. And what I noticed was there was garbage everywhere, the road was dirty. Then the women that were selling the vegetables put it on the floor, and they were selling it, and people were actually buying it. The meat, the pomo and stuff, they were on the floor, people were actually buying it. And I was walking by, I was like, man, are you telling me that I've probably ate one of these vegetables, and this thing could have been reason why I've been sick one time or another? So, so watching school kids go about carrying their books and having to cross the road with the Okada with the driver. So the whole thing is depressing. But as I was thinking about this topic today, I was walking by the houses, and I looked at some house, like I looked at so many houses, and I noticed that every house had a DSTV. Every flat I saw, they had a DSTV. So as I was walking past, I kept checking to see if I would see a house that doesn't have a DSTV. But every flat I passed had a DSTV mounted on it. And I believe that even if there are some people that don't have DSTV, they probably have Go TV, and because probably the antenna is not obvious, so you wouldn't know. So as I was thinking about this topic, and that's when it kept hitting me. Why do many people have DSTV in their homes? Why? If you look at it, it's because DSTV, they have an endless stream of movies, endless stream of TV shows, endless stream of music videos and news and all that stuff. those things are way people use to escape reality. Like there are some people that they spend their whole day watching movies. That's all they do. Wake up in the morning, they watch a movie, watch another movie, watch music video, watch this. What they just that's what life is to them. So that one is their own way of escaping escaping the boringness of life, and you can tell when the DSTV is about to, when the DSTV bill is almost due, you can see they start panicking. Oh, please, I have to pay this bill now. I have to pay the DSTV bill. I have to pay the bill, or else they will cut off my DSTV. And when they cut it, it's like, oh man, they cut off DSTV connection. I have to go to the distance to get it reconnected now, because if I don't have it today, something might go wrong. I have to pay my DSTV bill today and stuff like that. So, and you can see it that has become their reality. And I remember GoTV, their trademark is Live It, Love It. So, and when I saw that, I always thought it was interesting. And why was it interesting? Because DSTV or GoTV, you love it. And then if you spend your whole time watching DSTV every time, watching soccer games, rewatching soccer games that you've already watched, listening to commentary, watching African Magic, watching a movie you've already watched, not only do you love it, but you live it now. You understand? You live it. So, like I know, and I'm not trying to come off like as if I have maybe risen above the distractions. I love Premier League, and I know, like after watching the game, I'll listen to the commentary. Oh, what did they say about Man City? How did they analyze their players? Who was the man of the match? Then they'll go on the Instagram page, check. Okay, what picture did they put up? Did they put a picture of Aguero up, or did they put a picture of Sane? Then they will now go to Twitter to go and check the commentary of what people were saying about the match. Oh, and how did they rate this guy's dive? What did it? So all these things is just an escape from reality. And so let's look at it about people that are taking illegal drugs. And you can see that, like I said, reality is depressing. That's why if you see some of these, area boys sometimes, early in the morning you see them smoking or you see them drinking. So why would somebody wake up in the morning and be drinking or getting or smoking? All these things are avenues they use to escape reality. By taking illegal drugs, I stop seeing this horrible reality that is in front of me in Nigeria. I stop seeing this reality. I don't see them again. Rather, I'm in my zone and my head is all tied up and I'm thinking of something that doesn't even make sense. So that's a way that they avoid reality. People that chase women, their life could have been structured around something productive, but chasing women is what appeals to them. They don't want to face this reality. So for them, women is their only joy, is maybe touching a woman's backside, fantasizing of a woman, sleeping with a woman. That's all they live for. So they forget to actually face reality. And what I mean by facing reality is by confronting what's in front of you. What I mean by facing reality is confronting what's in front of you, like getting a job, starting to build your own company, being a productive worker, trying to raise something, like investing in yourself so you can be a better person. So some people look for avenues to avoid those difficult tasks. Like, okay, I don't want to own my own business because it's too hard. So I don't even want to work for somebody because some people are just annoying. So I'll just beg my friends for money and I'll go and bet and see if I can make ₦1 million. I don't want that office job. So those are some of the assumptions people make, or some of the perspective they take on things, because the reality is very, very depressed, and that is happening in Nigeria. The reality we have here is very, very depressing. Everything is so bad, it's difficult to even see the positive in anything because all you have around you is negative. Like for some people, their reality is, some people, they have made a lot of money. So keeping in close contact to reality is not really their thing again. Like, and it happens in this country. I've made so much money, so I moved to an exclusive neighborhood. I spend my millions buying the latest cars, the latest watches, the most expensive this, most expensive that. I have made my money and I live in an exclusive neighborhood so that I don't have to face the reality of the common man. So some people are obsessed with money, and that's why they go after they're obsessed with money, and when they have it, they try to change their environment, try to change their reality. They don't want to have anything to do with the common person's reality. So buy a car, buy most expensive car. Look for the latest car that has just been made by Range Rover, I buy it. Look for the latest watch that has been made by whoever makes latest watches nowadays, I buy it. Then I spend my money trying to create a fantasy. You understand? Trying to create a fantasy, because living in a fantasy is more appealing than living in reality. So that's what some rich people do. They create a fantasy. And like I'm talking about fantasy, fantasy are like the TV shows trying to create a life that is quite different from reality. That's a fantasy. What I'm talking about in TV shows is, for TV shows, if you look at today, there is no shortage of TV shows. It's like every day, there's a new TV show. Anytime you go to DSTV, there's a new TV show. You go online, and the same thing is abroad too. You go here, there's a TV show, there's this TV show, there's that TV show. So all these things, they are just distractions. They are fantasy and they are distraction. They are distracting you from the reality of things. So the question now is, why are they distracting you from the reality of things? Like I said, reality is boring as shit. So these things need to distract you. And by distracting you, you pay a lot of money to be distracted. DSTV compact used to be 6.2, but today you pay 6.8. And some people, when they increase it to 6.8, some people are like, nothing. It's just 600 naira now, and they went to go and pay extra because they know that it will cost them more not to watch DSTV than to pay the bills that DSTV are increasing. So even if DSTV wake up tomorrow and say, oh, put 200 naira on it, people will still pay, because DSTV creates that escape and they've become addicted to that fantasy. And that's the real challenge here. In these fantasies that they create, in these fantasies that they create for you, you can get addicted pretty quick. And when you become addicted pretty quick, then you have to be paying money. You have to pay your hard-earned money to keep living in that fantasy. This thing, like I talk about DSTV, how they can increase their price and people will still pay. Other things do that too. Like if you want the latest Maybach, they can tell you, oh, the latest Maybach, even though it's 200 million or something, they can say latest Maybach is 210 million. And then they make a select few very available. They make like maybe they make a limited amount, and then they now say, oh, it's for exclusive people or something like that. Then you feel like, oh, I have to go and buy. This is the latest fantasy. I have to go and buy. So you spend your hard-earned money living in that fantasy. And the same thing happened to drug addicts. Reality is so depressing. So they take illegal drugs and live in their fantasy. Oh, so they live in a place that is far from this reality. And then what happens over time for the drug addicts is that their habits catch up with them. They may lose their mind or have a real health issue. The rich man who keeps creating, who tries to live in the fantasy, may end up spending all his whole millions on buying the latest Range Rover, buying the latest this, buying the latest that. So at the end of the day, you cannot live in fantasy forever, but reality is always there. No matter how high you get, you have to come down one day to the reality. No matter how rich you get, if you are unlucky, you may lose your money and you come down to reality. Unless you have so much money that you can live in fantasy for the rest of your life. So that is very, very important. So what I'm trying to get at is, your life is going to be a constant struggle between fantasy and reality. There's a constant struggle between fantasy and reality. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't have those moments where you watch DSTV or maybe you enjoy a little DSTV here and there. Nothing is wrong with that. But be careful, because these fantasies are easy to get addicted to. And once you are addicted to it, then those people that provide the fantasy, you are at their mercy. So that's what I'm trying to get across. You see, these people, the people are in the top, the people who are at the top of society, who are the best in their fields, lots of them know how to create a fantasy. They know. I remember one day I went for a sales talk. The person that came to give us the talk, he came late. And when he came in the latest Range Rover that we've ever seen. I've never ever seen that car before, except the day he came in. He came in and we're waiting for him outside. He parked in the Range Rover. His chauffeur came out, opened the door for him. It was like as if I was watching a fantasy. It was like as if I was in a movie. They came out, they greeted him, and he was wearing like the most expensive clothes like money can buy or he can buy. So, and then he was telling us how we're going to sell their rubbish, and then if we sell it, we can make more money and be like him. So it took me a while before I realized that this is a con game they are playing here. This man probably does not live like this. Probably they bought the car just to give us the impression that they're living the good life, so we can go and hustle with in our mind thinking, oh, we're going to get a Range Rover by selling this product that probably nobody wants. So those are some of those ways where fantasy can get you in trouble. You see a man that won, you said, oh, my uncle got 50 million in Bet Niger. So you now in your head, oh, I can get 50 million. You go and keep betting. And then you are losing money every day. Oh, you're looking for that 50 million. So you wake up one morning, you have destroyed your family. You didn't pay your child's school fees, no food at home, because you are betting, trying to get money to 50 million. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So my own advice is this. Try and stay in close contact with reality. Even though reality is depressing, try and stay close contact with reality. Why? Because in reality, there is a power there. By keeping reality in your face, there's a power there. By understanding people have this need to escape, being real about it, understanding it in the real, people have a fantasy to need to escape, then you can create fantasies that people escape, and then you make money. Or you can create those avenues where people can forget about what they are going through, and then you make money. People that own DSTV, they are in touch with reality. They understand people need an escape. So they create these programs and say, oh, don't worry, let them watch it. They watch it and they will go and they will live in their fantasy world. Every day there's a new show. That's why African Magic can keep making bullshit African movies, and everybody keeps falling in love with it. They make nonsense Igbo films and everybody's like, oh man, we'll go and watch it. Even though you watch it before, you watch it again. So what I'm trying to say is, and if you stay in fantasy forever, what you realize is you become useless. You don't know how to adapt in the real world because you have lived in fantasy all your life. I remember a show I used to watch, Nikita. So in that show, it was about, there's this girl Alex, and then there's a Maggie Q. She's they are both fighting an organization that's like a terrorist organization in the US. So Alex was reminiscing back when she was in Russia with her dad, and so her dad took her to a desert, and so he tried to make her light fires. So she didn't like it because she was not used to that. She didn't want it. She was telling her dad, I don't want it. Her dad kept telling her, light it. And she tried to do that so many times, but it didn't work until finally she was trying to make fire with stones, like in the olden days, right? So she kept scratching it, but it didn't work. Then until finally it worked, and then the dad put the hay on it, and then he then told him that. So this is the message the father told her was very, very important, and I believe people will benefit from. What he told her is that life is struggle. In life, you will always struggle. So then Alex was telling her dad that. So Alex now asked her dad, why did she take her radio from her earphones from her? Why did she take the radio she was using to listen to music? So the father said that I took it because, and this is very important, I took it because these things are distractions. They are distractions. They are distracting you from who you are meant to be. And that's what is very important. These fantasies that are being created, these American movies everybody is crazy about, these TV shows everybody is crazy about, everybody can get enough of it. They are distractions, distracting you from paying attention to your own goals and your own needs. They are distractions, and that's very, very important. Because, like I said, if you stay in fantasy enough, you become useless. If you stay in reality enough, reality hurts, but there is a power that lies in there by you knowing that you see what people really, really want. So that is what's important to me. So from here, I think if you watch this video, you enjoy it, go listen to it and then think about this and ask yourself, what I'm saying, is it true? And if you feel it's true, then look for a way you can structure your life so you can limit your access to fantasies and try and stay in touch with the reality, because that will really help. So I would like to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you like it, you share it, comment on it. So I really enjoy doing this one. It's because it's something that I benefit from, and I know people are going to benefit from. So have a good day. Bye.